oh, investment savings is for people that have money. What do I have to do with my 5k, 6k? So Akkad is speaking to you Hi guys, so for the next couple of days I'll be analyzing a chapter in this book, The Richest Man in Babylon. I know quite a number of people who recommend this book if you are getting started with your finances. It's a really good book, and it's not one of those boring books where you read terms and like you just get lost in the books. This is actually in form of a story, so you get to follow the story of three men and the richest man in Babylon, as the title suggests. So for those who are unable to read this book, I'll be analyzing each chapter, lessons from each chapter every week. So this week we are starting with I'll skip the first chapter because the first chapter is essentially about two friends that are lamenting about their financial situations. So they have a friend, the richest man in Babylon, whom they taught under the same master. They went to school together, they did everything together, but at the end of the day they had nothing to show for their life, whereas the other friend, the richest man in Babylon, is rich and very wealthy. So the second chapter is where they went to meet the richest man in Babylon for lessons, and well, he was telling them about how he got wealthy and why he's so different from them. So I'm going to be reading some excerpts. Like I underlined some things with my pencil, so I'm going to be reading out some key lines for you to learn from. So I think the first thing I underlined, okay, so the second chapter is the one titled The Richest Man in Babylon. So yeah, the name of the rich man is Akkad. So yeah, I underlined this. So yes, I'm going to be reading from page 23. I'll start now. And when I realized all this, I declared to myself that I will claim my share of good things of life. I would not be one of those who stand afar off, enviously watching others enjoy. I will not be content to clothe myself in the cheapest raiment that looked respectable. So this was when realization dawned on the man. That's the richest man of Babylon speaking, Akkad. So he was telling his friend where he started from, and he started from when he realized that he didn't want to settle for less. He wanted more from life, and not just contented with living on his paycheck. He wanted to be like the rich men around him at the time. So yes, so starting on your financial journey, one thing you have to start with is your own determination. Like you have to first realize, and I think if you are watching this video, that means yes, you have gotten to that point where you realize that you need to do better with your finances, and that is why you are watching this video. Congratulations. So yes, the next thing I underlined was that I think I underlined this part which says that I found the road to wealth when I decided that a part of all I earned was mine to keep. So this was still Akkad talking to his friends that came to him for help. So he said that I found the road to wealth when I decided that a part of all I earned was mine to keep. So this is the first lesson when it comes to financial management. Yes, you work, and at the end of the month you pay everybody except yourself. So Akkad was explaining the fact that I think there is a part, let me read this out. Do you not pay the garment maker? Do you not pay the sandal maker? Do you not pay for the things you eat? Can you live in Babylon without spending? What have you to show for your earnings of the past month? What for the past year full? You pay to everyone but yourself. So this was still Akkad speaking to his friend, saying that, oh, so at the end of every month when you get your paycheck, you pay to everybody but yourself, which means that you pay for all other things, you buy every other thing, but you refuse to keep a certain amount for yourself. Paying yourself in this contest means setting aside savings, basically setting aside a certain amount for yourself. So Akad was saying that, and it applies to everyone. At the end of the month, you collect your salary, you buy food stuff, you pay for electricity and all of that, but you fail to set aside an amount, which is the first rule when you get your salary, which will be like the first thing you do. And in that case, we already have applications automating savings for us. So every single month, you put aside an amount. So if you get 200,000 monthly, you're supposed to put, according to ACAD, you're supposed to put aside an amount not less than 1/10 of the money. So 1/10 of 200,000 is what? That should be about sorry, it's still this, my brain is quite foggy this morning, so sorry, I'm just going to do the calculation real quick. I don't want to make any mistakes. My mind is telling me something, but I just want to be sure. And I'm currently using my phone to film, so I can't listen. My tab 2 is dead. So yes, correct, that's 20,000 naira. That was what my mind was telling me, but I just didn't want to say rubbish. So yes, if you are earning 200,000, you are not supposed to put aside less than 20,000. You can put aside 40, 60, as you like it, but your savings every month is not supposed to be less than 20,000 naira. So pay yourself first. That's the number one rule of getting started on do we call these rules of getting wealthy, or yes, just to be financially smart. So yes, you've already realized that you are living paycheck to paycheck. You need to do better with your finances. Then the second step you need to take on your financial journey is the culture of paying yourself first when you receive your paycheck, your salary, or your earnings, as the case may be. So you need to start paying yourself first. Oh, I have this bill. Especially people that are so concerned with black tax, I'm still going to make a separate video about black tax. So you need to cultivate the habit of paying yourself first. That's the first lesson. Pay yourself first. Every month put aside an amount not less than 1/10 of your income. So yes, I will still read more because Akkad really abused his friends. He said every gold piece you save is a slave to work for you. So the amount you save every month actually determines how long you don't have to work in the nearby future. So for instance, that 20k that you save, it's probably like a day, your income for a day's job. So it means that the 20k you save is saving you from working a day in the future. Basically, that's what Akkad was saying here. Yes, I've already mentioned this. It said that it should not be less than a tenth, no matter how little you earn. Then he said that this particular place, this particular analogy, I love it so much. Like I really love it. So he was saying that wealth is like a tree. It grows from a tiny seed, and this is for those people that always complain that, oh, investment savings is for people that have money. What do I have to do with my 5k, 6k? So Akkad is speaking to you here, saying that wealth like a tree. Okay, sorry. Wealth, like a tree, grows from a tiny seed. The first copper you save, that's the first naira you save or the first dollar you save, is the seed from which your tree of wealth shall grow. The sooner you plant that seed, the sooner the tree grows. So I saw someone posted something on Instagram saying that comparing two people. So one started saving or investing at the age of 20, and another person started investing at the age of 35. Because of the concept of compound interest, the person who started saving from 20 years, even though was saving small amounts, actually had more than the person that started saving at the age of 35. So Akkad was trying to say the same thing here, that it doesn't matter the amount you save first. The first copper, that's like the first amount you save, is the seed from which the tree of your wealth grows. So another part that I underlined, so yes, you've taken the first advice, you are saving. The second one, so now Akkad is saying that it's not just enough for you to save. The next thing is also for you to invest. So he was talking about investments here, that if you continue saving, inflation will eat your money at some point, especially if you stay in Nigeria and then you save in your bank account in naira. That is, so it's not just sufficient for you to put aside an amount every every month. You have to invest basically. So I'm trying to read this particular part of the book. He who takes advice about his savings from who is inexperienced in such matters shall pay with his savings for proving the falsity of their opinions. So as much as you've already learned how to save and invest, you need to take advice from those people who are experienced. And I think that's why you're watching this video. There are a couple of other videos, there are a couple of podcasts you can listen to. That's how to start on your financial journey. So yeah, as I was saying, like after savings, you have to consider investment yet next. So the second rule of financial success is investment. According to ACAD, you do not eat the children of your savings. So that's the fruits of your savings. So for instance, if you are saving on PiggyVest and you have 10% for the duration which you saved, the interest is not for you to spend, it's for you to what's it called, it's for you to invest it. Yes. So now ACAD said that okay, so yeah, page 28, it was ACAD's mentor talking to ACAD, saying that you do not eat the children of your savings. Then how do you expect them to work for you? Sorry, please. So ACAD's mentor was talking to ACAD in this place, because when ACAD first saved his money and he got returns on the money, he bought different things with them, like just to enjoy himself. He spent the interest on himself. So now his mentor was telling him that you do eat the children of your savings, then how do you expect them to work for you? And how can they have children that will also work for you? So like it's supposed to be a cycle. You invest your first naira and then it's bring forth fruit, interest. You're supposed to reinvest the actual capital, that's the money you first invest, and the interest, and that's how compound interest works. Do you get to save 1M in your first year and you got 100,000? In the next year, you're not supposed to receive just the 1 million. You're supposed to put in the same investment or any other investment option you find, the 1.1 million, and that's how it multiplies. That's what we call compound interest. So the next one is that, okay, yes, so the lessons that ACAD mentioned, ACAD summarized it here, that one, you first learn to live upon less than you could earn. So you live within your means. Next, you learn to seek advice from those who were competent enough from their experience to give it. Then lastly, you have to learn how to make good work for you. So the first one is you have to live within your means. That's how you that's where the concept of paying your first works. So you earn 20,000, you earn 200,000, you have to keep away 20,000, which means that your income is, you have to live within whatever 180,000 can provide you. The second one is that you have to learn to seek advice from those who are competent to give it. So for instance, you cannot seek advice if you are trying to break through from financial failures. You cannot meet with a doctor for that. You cannot meet with someone inexperienced. So you have to meet with someone who have that experience, who have gone through that particular phase you are in. And so we are talking about personal finance tutors, we are talking about financial advisors, we are talking about people that work within the finance sector and actually know what they are doing. So lastly, you have to learn to make your good work for you. So this is where investment comes in. So we have different classes of investments. We have stocks, we have fixed income instruments, where we have money market instruments as well, commercial papers. You have commercial papers, you have treasury bills, you have FGN savings bond. You have quite a number of fixed income instruments you can keep your money in. There will be a separate video on that, but like I said, we have different classes of investments. You have stocks. Stocks is also known as shares. That's you owning taking a fractional ownership of a company. The second one is fixed income instrument. The third one is commodities. Commodities such as jewelry, gold, diamonds, and palm oil, cocoa, food commodities sometimes that appreciate, non-perishable goods that appreciate. You buy in their season and you sell when they are scarce. So that's food commodities. The last class of investment you can also consider is real estate. You can, if you don't have the sufficient money to if you don't have the sufficient money to buy land or buy a property, you can consider real estate investment trusts. So it's like buying a fractional ownership of a property. So you are pulling money together with other people to buy a property basically, and you have different platforms for that. We'll have a separate video on that also. So lastly, I think those are the things I underlined from this chapter. So basically, this chapter is saying save, invest, repeat. That's the formula. Earn, save, invest, repeat. Especially for those people that do not earn a lot and you're saying, oh, how can I just invest 5,000 naira? Oh, I can only afford to save this amount. So the formula for you is to earn, save, invest. So you save for a certain period, and then, for instance, I can't save for a whole year before he invested. So it's not just, don't stop giving excuses that, oh, I only earn little, how can I invest in these things with little, I won't see returns. So yes, it's proper for you to invest, to save. And don't just save in your bank account. Save with people that will give you interest for the amount you are saving. So earn, save, invest, repeat. Thank you for staying tuned. See you guys in my next video. We'll be talking about the second chapter. I think more like the third chapter, 7 cures for a lean pulse. So like for people who do not have much, I think this chapter is for you. So I'll be analyzing this chapter in my next video. Bye.